It's your boy King Kola over here. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now, and I promise I'll be try to be more consistent. And with that being said, let's get to the topic. So the main focus today is how much protein should you be eating in one sitting, which means how much protein shake can you drink at once, or how much meat, chicken, fish, steak, or whatever, how much can you eat in one sitting that your body can absorb, or is there a limit? In terms of building muscle mass, you should be eating around 1.4 to 2.0 grams of your body weight in terms of protein. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, 1.4 to 2.0 grams of protein per your body weight, per pound of your body weight, if you want to build, want to build more muscle size. So that's first, and then you can multiply that by your body weight and see how much protein you need to be eating a day. But the focus here is not how much protein you need to be eating a day. The focus is how much protein can your body use in one sitting, and I have gathered some information that I think will help. So 2 years ago, I was in class, in a nutrition class. By the way, I go to Old University, and this professor, well, he's a scientist. He's a famous guy. I forgot his name. He's some Asian that a lot of people that is well known around. And he came to our school to speak, in one of our classes. And one of the things he put on the board was how much protein your body can use at a single setting. And what he put on the board, if I remember correctly, was anywhere from 25 to 35 grams of protein. He said, according to studies, protein synthesis, which means the process of building muscles, is maximized at about 35 grams of protein. Anything beyond that usually is just a waste of protein. That was about 2 years ago. I asked another one of my professors who does with nutrition. I'm an exercise science major, by the way. I asked another one of my professors about this, and he said the exact same thing. He said somewhere around 35 grams of protein. That's when protein synthesis is maximized. He also said that you can always push it to 40 just to be on the safe side if you're an elite lifter, if you're somebody who's very active, which means if you're going to the gym less than about 3 times, you don't need more than 35 grams of protein. But if you are an elite lifter, be honest with yourself. Do you go hard in the gym, and is your job a type of job that requires you to move around a lot? If you're that type of person, then you can push towards that 40. So I've been doing my own research myself, and from the research that I got online, it says almost the exact same thing. So I don't just go by what somebody tells me. I don't just go by some YouTuber, respect to all YouTubers. I don't go by just some article that somebody wrote. I go by .gov website that is peer reviewed, website that has been reviewed by other scientists or other well knowledgeable people. That's the website I usually go to. Sometimes I go to my school library's website and I search studies for protein synthesis, and a whole bunch of things come out. So the latest ones that I found were 2 websites that actually suggest that actually support the idea that anywhere from 20 to 35 grams of protein is what is necessary in terms of bodybuilding. That is what your body can use in a single sitting, not the whole day, but in a single sitting, which means when you eat at once. Here are 2 articles and studies that actually support the idea that protein synthesis is maximized at around 25 to 35 grams of protein. But like I said, you can always push it up to 40. And here's the website. I'm gonna share it up to the screen right now. So this website right here I mean, this page right here, as you can see, like I said, it's a .gov website. It's a website that is actually been peer reviewed. It's not some bro science or some other bullshit. I feel like if it's not peer reviewed, then it's opinion. Opinion are not facts. Opinion, you know, it's just depends on the person. So as you can see, it's just a lot of shit. I'm not even gonna go through it. If you want, I'm gonna put a link. I'm gonna put the link down below. That way you guys can read all about it if you're curious. If you're into the educational side of fitness, of muscle building or personal training or any kind of movement that has to do with the body, then you've probably heard about the International Society of Sports Nutrition. They're big on you know, putting out good information. It's a real long page, but it has been thoroughly peer reviewed. And I'm just gonna scroll to the part that really matters. General recommendations are 0.25 grams of high quality protein per kilogram of body weight, or an absolute dose of 20 to 40 grams. In other words, the most your body can use, it's somewhere in that range. An absolute max of 40, not 45, not 50, not 55 grams. All of that, you're just gonna be wasting your money. As you can see, this is not no bullshit bro science. This is actual facts. This is actual scientific studies that were shown and by people with PhD, not people with personal training certification, people with PhDs. And no, sometimes people confuse the idea that having a PhD means you know what the fuck you're talking about. No, it doesn't necessarily mean so. This is why I go by a peer-reviewed website, you know, something that has been reviewed by other people that have the PhD and other people that have the knowledge, because PhD isn't always everything. So you can check these two websites out. I'm gonna put the link in the bio. I'm gonna put the link below so you can click on it. But as you can see, there are studies, not bro science, studies, actual scientific studies that shows that your protein synthesis is maxed out at about 20 to 35 grams of protein. Now, because I don't think they studied elite athletes, I don't think they were studying, you know, the strongest man in the world. They were probably studying average person like me, like you and I. So the protein that we require might not be as much as the protein that people in the like elite level, you know, take. You know, for example, the NFL players, they're more of an elite level than I am. Definitely. The strongman competitions, the guys who do those real strongman. I'm not talking about no local competition. I'm talking about real strongman competition. Those guys are elite. So that's why I said you can probably push it up to 40. But anything more than that, you're just wasting your money. Stop wasting your money. Don't drink a protein at 56 grams of protein and think that, oh, I'm drinking all this, I'm gonna force muscle. No, there's only so much your body can use at a single time. Now, so how much protein should you be taking a day? Okay, I'm gonna show you a place where you can see how much protein you should be taking for bodybuilding if you don't have a coach or anything like that. And it's right here, bodybuilding.com. So here's my information, and here's my height, and here's my current weight. For muscle gain, I selected the fact that I'm very active. Yes, because I work out almost every single day. I only take Saturdays off, and I work at the gym. So my job requires me to stand and move weights all day. So it says my daily recommended intake is 268 grams. That is actually, I take more than that, but that is roughly what someone in my category should be taking. If you divide this into 8 meals, you will notice that this averages to about, I think, around 35-ish grams of protein per meal, which is perfect. Now, if you're wondering how the fuck am I gonna eat 8 grams of 8 meals a day, well, it's not really 8 meals. This is what I do. So for me personally, I have 5 solid meals and 3 liquid shakes. That is 8 meals technically, because I drink one protein shake before working out, I drink one right after working out, and I drink a casein before bed, which makes up the 8 meal. So you can always get those protein in, you just gotta divide them. If you're eating meals, then it's gonna be around 3 hours. Every 3 hours you want to eat. If you're drinking shakes, digest faster, so you want to drink it about 1.5 hours to 2 or something like that. And with that, you can get all your protein in one day. It says that protein synthesis is maximized at around 35 grams. So what happens to the rest of the protein if you drink 40 grams? I mean, if you drink like 50 grams? Well, the study shows that it is either stored as fat or used as energy. So in short, protein synthesis, which means the method of using protein to build muscles, is maximized at 20 to 40 grams of protein depending on your body weight, your age, and what your goal is. Now, most of the studies shows that 35 is an absolute, but I don't think it is included, elite athletes like NFL players or people who compete at strongman competitions. They probably did average people like you and I. So that's why I said it's an absolute of 40. And that's what the website also says, an absolute 40, but no more than that. Anything more than that, you're just wasting your money. And also, how fast does protein digest? Well, that depends on your metabolism and your age, your activity level. So hopefully this helps somebody. I just wanted to get this information out there because I realize a lot of people don't know this. I got a lot of friends that they will kill a workout and they will say, I haven't eaten all day. So they will chug like 60 grams of protein and think it's doing something, but really only a little more than half of the protein is being used and the rest is going to waste. So if you're a very active person, keyword very active, you go hard in the gym, your protein intake should be around 35, at most 40 per meal. That is the first important thing. And the second most important thing is your total protein intake that day. You have to meet that requirement. You don't just want to eat 35 grams of protein in one meal and don't eat again for the next 6 hours. No, you don't want to do that. You want to, get those meals in. If you can't get those meals in, drink protein shake. But don't be too dependent on protein shakes though, because you will get the protein, but you're gonna be missing out on the minerals and all the other nutrients that you can get from meat or veggies or just nature's home supplements. You're gonna be missing from that if you're just drinking protein shakes and shit like that. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching. The next topic is gonna be how many reps and how many sets should I do for my goals. If I'm trying to get stronger, if I'm trying to build some size, or if I'm doing endurance, how many reps and sets should I be doing? How long should my rest be? Stay tuned for that video. It will be next, and I will try as much as possible to post that by next week. Take care.